Hello everyone, welcome to day 9 of the Recruiting Management product training. In this session, we're gonna talk about the offer. This is the agenda, offer approval, offer detail XML template, how fields are constructed, field references from other templates, standalone field, mobile fields, approval workflow, offer letter in the admin center, sending an offer letter, and reporting. Once an application is successful and the candidate passed any interviews or background checks or assessments, the recruiting user decides to make an offer to the candidate. This is the end of the recruiting process before the hiring process. The offer will contain information about the job, for example, salary, benefits, or location. The offer consists in two parts, the offer approval and the offer letter. Once a recruiter or another authorized user decides to hire a candidate to fill a job requisition, the offer process consists of assembling details of the offer that will be extended to the candidate and routing these details for approval. This is called the offer approval process, and it's an internal process. The offer letter feature allows a recruiting user to select a pre-built template, update the contents, and generate a letter containing offer details and language for use in negotiating and finalizing offer terms with a candidate. There are different ways to create and send an offer to the candidate, but the most common ones are the online offer and the online offer with e-signature, where we use DocuSign. Job offer detail template. Configuration XML template that defines details of job offers that require approval that includes information about salary, start date, entry level, or stock packages. The approval step and recruiting operator who can approve or decline job offer details. The template can be modified via provisioning, via import, update, export offer detail template, or in the admin center in manage templates, recruiting management offer detail. So if we go to provisioning, we go down to manage recruiting, and here we have import, update, export offer detail template. And here we can see the offer detail templates created and those that are active. In the admin center, we go to manage templates. And then we go to recruiting. And here we have offer detail. So here is where we can edit the offer detail template in the admin center. Offer letter template. Offer letter templates define what's presented to the candidate to accept or decline job offers. They're created using tokens from any of these templates: job requisition, job application, or job offer detail. To access or configure, go to Admin Center, Manage Offer Letter Templates. Configuring the job offer detail XML template. Ensure that Enable Offer Approval is enabled in provisioning. Ensure that job requisition, job application, and candidate profile templates are configured. Note, job offer details template doesn't have any field permissions. All operators with recruiting permissions can view the same fields. Doesn't have read or write permissions. And there is a limited number of standalone fields that can be used in the job offer details, but no limitation on number of field sourced from other templates. Standalone fields cannot be anonymized or purged for job offer details templates. You can create an application field instead to use in the offer. Configuring the job offer detail XML template. Multiple offer detail templates can be configured. Copy and paste the entire code from the job offer detail template form to an XML editor. Make 2 copies of the XML code and save them. Mark 1 copy as the original and archive it. Then work with the second copy. Always create 2 copies of the XML file. This way, you can revert the original code at any point if something goes wrong in your working copy. 2 types of fields definition. In the job offer detail template, we have reference field, which is a field that already exists in a job requisition or job application template. The field definition ID in the offer details templates must match the ID in the reference template. Note, ensure that all job requisition, job application fields defined in the offer detail XML are set up and synchronized as custom reportable fields in provisioning. If not, these fields are not editable, not populated correctly, or unavailable as tokens. Standalone fields. These are fields which are only defined in the offer detail template and do not reference or pull data from another existing template. Configuring the job offer detail XML template. Template name. Template name tag defines the template name. Use a descriptive name to define the template. You can also add elements to define a description of the template. Field definition. Field definitions in the offer detail XML template specify the fields visible to all users when making an offer. Unlike other recruiting components, it's not possible to permission certain fields for specific operators. ID. The ID is the unique name of the field. When a field definition is referenced from another template, such as a job requisition or job application, the field definition ID in the offer detail template must match the ID in the reference template. We're going to have a look now at an offer detail XML template. Here at the very top we have template name, which is standard offer details. And then we can take one example. We take the example of title. So the field definition, the ID is title. Type is text era, is required, equal true, is custom false, which means it's a standard field, and template type is job requisition. This means that the field ID title comes from the job requisition. As it is a reference field, the field ID must match exactly the field ID configured in the job requisition template. Custom field IDs in the offer detail template. The limitations are custom field IDs and field types that can be configured in the offer detail template. They must be configured as per the table below. The screenshot here is taken from the Recruitment Management Implementation Guide. And as we can see here, custom string, which is data type text. The limitation here is that we can have only a maximum of 15 custom string fields. Custom long, the data type is number, and limitation is that we can have a maximum of 10 custom long fields. Custom date is a data type date, and the limitation is that we can have a maximum of 10 custom date fields. Custom pick list is a data type pick list, and also for this one, the limitation is that we can have a maximum of 10 custom pick list fields. Please note the number data type for the standalone fields does not save as decimal values. If the offer standalone fields are configured in multiple offer detailed XML templates in the same instance, these fields must be configured identically in each template. Configuring the job offer detail XML template. Type. The type attribute defines the type of data that the system accepts in the field. We recommend that you don't change field type in the offer detail template to avoid application errors for existing records that store data that doesn't match the new field type. Required. Required attribute specifies whether or not a field is required. If not required, the field can be left empty. Custom. True or false value that declares whether field is custom or standard. Template type is an attribute required for any field pulled from the requisition or application XML. This attribute must set to only either job rec or job application. Note, if the field is an offer detail standalone field, omit this attribute. Anonymize. This identifies whether a given field is considered personally identifying data and must be purged. This is used with data retention management, DRM. Allowable values for the required fields are true or false. Let's have a look at an example of an offer detail XML template. So we're going to have a look at the field definition first name. So the ID is first name, the type is text. Required is equal true, which means that it's mandatory. Custom is equal false, that means that it's a standard field. Template type is job application. This means that it has a reference field coming from the job application. And anonymized is equal true because it's personal identifiable information. Field permissions. Standard fields in the offer detail XML template, whether from auto requisition, application, or standalone offer fields, will automatically be permissioned as read or write. If custom fields are configured as custom reportable, they will be writable. Otherwise, these fields are read only. Custom fields are made reportable in provisioning. So we go to provisioning and we scroll down to manage recruiting. We go to configure reportable custom fields. And then depending where the custom field comes from, either from the job requisition template or application template, we're going to make it reportable. So let's say, for example, we have a custom field that comes from the job requisition template. We will need to make it reportable here. But we will also need to check what is the type of this field, whether it is a text, a number, a date, a pick list, an object, etc. So let's say our field, custom field is text. We will put here the field ID, and then we will need to scroll to the very bottom. Click on Save Extended Field Mapping. And then when this is successfully saved, the last step is to synchronize existing data. Here we can see an example of field definitions. So here we can see a reference field from the job requisition. The example here is salary base salary. The type is currency, required is equal false, custom false, and the template type is job requisition. This means that this information comes from the job requisition template. Here we have an example of a standalone offer custom field. The field is custom string 1. The type is text, required is false, custom true, and anonymized is equal false. Because this is an offer custom field, it does not reference from any other templates. So we can see here that there's no reference attribute. Mobile fields. If SAP SuccessFactors mobile option is enabled, offer details can be approved through the mobile application if mobile fields are configured in the offer detail XML template. The element is named mobile fields, and you have to specify the existing field IDs. We are going to have a look now at how the offer approval looks in the UI. We are here in the sales demo. We go to recruiting. And then here we have the list of job requisitions. So I'm going to select a job requisition where I have a candidate. I click here on the candidates. And I have this candidate that I'm going to use to create an offer approval. This candidate is currently in interview 1 status. So first I'm going to move it to offer status. I'm going to save the changes. And then I'll go here to the offer status. And I open the application of this candidate. Here at the right side we have the button Take Action. Then we have Offer, and we click on Offer Approval. This is the offer approval creation page. We can see here the language, English US, which is the language of the logged in user. We have here select offer template, and we have here 4 offer templates available to select. These offer templates are those that are active in provisioning. In provisioning, there are only 4 active, therefore we can see only 4 offer templates available to select. I'm going to select standard offer details. We can see here in the offer approval page, once I select a template, that the information is being pulled from the job requisition or the job application. For example, candidate first name, last name, and full name. This information is being populated from the job application. An example of information that is being pulled from the job requisition is salary, base salary. We can see here a value. And if we go to the job requisition, we should see the same value. So we go to the job requisition details and we can see here that the salary is exactly the same value. This is a reference field coming from either the job requisition or the application. If we scroll down to the bottom, we have this section where we will need to add an ad hoc approver. I will take, for example, Tessa Walker. We have here the option to add a comment when sending for approval to the next approver. This comment field here in this step is not mandatory. But for example, if we send this offer to the next approver, which is Tessa, and Tessa Walker decides she's not happy with the base salary, either it's too high or it's too low, and she decides to send it back to the originator asking for editing. Then in this case, when sending back the offer, the comment is a required field. So Tessa will need to add a comment when sending back to the originator. The originator then edits the information on the offer, amends the salary, and this will create another version of the offer, which will be version number 2. Offer approvals. When a candidate has advanced to offer status, the offer is created and sent out to an ad hoc approver to approve or decline. There are 2 types of job offer approvals: legacy offer approval and mass offer approval. In the legacy offer approvals, the originators can create, edit, or cancel single offer approval, as well as create new offer approval versions for any offers in the client, completed or cancelled status from the candidate offers page. Approvers can approve or decline single offers when selecting the candidate from the candidate offers page. And remember, for legacy offer approvals, you can only view, create, edit, decline, or cancel offers when you select a specific offer from the candidate offers list for one offer at a time. So with the legacy offer approval, you can only view, edit, or accept, decline, or cancel one offer at a time. With mass offer approvals instead, the originators can create, edit, or cancel offer approvals, as well as create new offer approvals versions for any offers in declined, completed, or cancelled status. Approvers can approve a single offer for a candidate or approval for all multiple candidates, as well as decline offers one at a time. With the mass offer approval option, you can select multiple offers from the candidate offers page. It is possible to have both options enabled at the same time. Ad hoc approvers versus predefined approvers. You can configure predefined approvers as a workflow so that they appear as approver 1 under the approver section of any offer. When there aren't any predefined approvers, that field appears as an ad hoc approver. You can define offer approvers to automatically populate the approver field with individuals that belong to specific recruiting operator roles, recruiting groups, or specific users. This configuration takes place in the offer data template. You can predefine 3 types of approvers: recruiting operator role, recruiting group, or specific individual. Configure and predefined approval workflow for offer approvals. We have 3 types of approver: recruiting operator role, recruiting group, and recruiting users. They're not very common. Most of the customers, they use ad hoc approver, but we have the option to configure recruiting operator role, or recruiting group, or recruiting user. The configuration needs to be done in the offer detail template, and this screenshot shows 3 different examples for the type of approver. Offer letter. The offer letter feature allows a recruiting user to select a pre-built template, update the content, and generate a letter containing offer details and language for use in negotiating finalizing offer terms with a candidate. Both offer letter and offer approval offer letters are feature permissions which can be granted the job requisition template to operators, conditionally on application status. This was covered in day 5 and 6 of the training. That means that the feature permissions for offer approval and offer letters are configured in the job requisition template to operators, and the condition is it depends on the application status. There are some offer letter standard fields which are used which are often used as tokens. This list of standard fields can be found in the implementation guide. Offer letter template. Offer letter templates are rich text templates used to generate offer letters by end users. These are configured in Admin Center, Manage Offer Letter Templates. Offer letter templates are grouped by country, region, and language and appear alphabetically in the list. Offer letter template. Offer letter templates follow the same basic structure. They have change country, region, and language, where you can select the country, region, and the language that you want from the drop-down menus. We have the template name, where you can enter a unique name for your offer letter template. We have the status, which can be either enabled or disabled. We have the subject, where you can enter the subject header information that appears in the offer letter using the new template. And then we have the body. Enter the text that appears in the body of the offer letter using the new templates. So we are going to have a look at where to configure the offer letter templates. So we go in the Admin Center to manage offer letter templates. And we will see here the existing offer letter templates. And we have the option to create a new template, for example, where we can select a country, region. We have the option to select the language. We will need to enter the template name, which is mandatory. We will select the status, either enabled or disabled. We need to enter the subject, which is mandatory, and then here we have the option to configure the body of the offer letter, and then we'll just save the changes. Sending an offer letter to a candidate. There are different ways, different methods of offer letter can be sent to candidates. We have online offer with e-signature, online offer, email as PDF attachment, email as text, print, or verbal offer. The most common ones are online offer with e-signature and online offer. Online offer with e-signature is an online offer that uses DocuSign e-signature integration for candidates to sign the offer letters electronically. Online offer is an online offer that doesn't require candidates to electronically sign the offers using DocuSign. Candidates can accept or decline the offer from the career site when they log in. Email as PDF attachment. When this option is selected, the user is brought to an email screen to send the candidate an email. The offer letter's PDF document and any attachments on the offer letter attached to this email. Email as text. When this option is selected, the user receives a warning confirmation screen. If the user chooses to proceed, an email is sent to the candidate containing the offer letter text, including any attachments to the offer letter. Print. When this option is selected, the system prompts the user to download or save a PDF copy of the offer letter. There's a restriction. When user performs the print action, the system converts the offer letter contents from HTML to PDF. This provides the user with a PDF file that the user can print. This HTML to PDF conversion allows only the Arial Unicode MS font. This is why the user doesn't have other fonts available for printing. The converted PDF file always uses only the Arial Unicode MS font. However, other font selections are honored when offer letter contents are sent via email as text option. And then the last method is the verbal offer. When this option is selected, the system will only record the offer letter but won't send it to the candidate. We're going to have a look now in the UI, in the sales demo, how to create an offer letter for the candidate. We go here to take action, we select offer and then offer letter. And in the next page, we will be able to create the offer letter for the candidate. We can see here country, region, language, template and subject line, and also the body of the offer letter, which is already populated. And we can do any changes. We click on next step, and in the next page, we're going to see a preview of the offer letter. If we scroll to the bottom, we see the different options and methods to send the offer letter to the candidate. We have print, we have online offer with e-signature, online offer, verbal offer, email as text, and email as PDF attachment. We're going to have a look now at the online offer with e-signature. So in the second step, we click on online offer with e-signature. And we can see the integration with DocuSign that it starts working. Here we have the option to add a signature to the offer letter. So we scroll to the bottom of the offer letter and we can place our signature here. And then we click on send to send the offer letter to the candidate. As a candidate, I will log into the external career site in order to see my offer and decide either to approve or decline the offer. Then I'll enter the password. And I log into the external career site. I'll go here to view my offer. I can see here in the pending offer acceptance that I have the option to view and accept the offer. And here we'll be able to see the offer. I have the option to either accept and sign or comment and decline the offer, and also to email the recruiter. Before we take any action here as a candidate, we're gonna have a look at what is the status of the offer for the recruiter. So we go to the application page for this candidate, for which we just sent an offer letter with e-signature. We can see here in the offer letter tab the details of the offer letter. We can see that the recruiting user who sent the offer is Anya Singh, the type is e-signature offer, and we also see the status, which is pending. As a candidate, I'm going now to accept and sign the offer. This will open up an e-signature dialog box, which will connect with DocuSign, which is an integration. We have here the option to sign. So we click on sign. We can upload a signature. And we can select adopt and sign and then on finish. So as a candidate, we accepted this offer. As a recruiter, we go again to the sales demo, we refresh the page, and we should see the updated status of the offer. We can see here in the offer letter section that the offer letter was accepted. The offer response is accepted, e-signature response is completed. The last topic of the offer training is reporting. Offer details are reportable in ad hoc reporting. Because there might be many versions of the offer details routed for approval, this content appears in two places in ad hoc reports. Offer details. Offer details will return one row of data for every version of the offer, causing the applicant to appear in the report multiple times because there will be a one-to-many relationship between the applicant and the offer details version. This should only be used if the client deliberately wants to look at the full offer history of the candidate, like in a scenario where they are trending the history of offer negotiations. The other option is last offer details. Last offer details will return only the data from the most recent and highest version. Offer details record. This will ensure that there is a one-to-one relationship between the applicant and offer details in the report. This is the advisable folder to use in most reports involving offer details. We're going to have a look now how to create a report for the last offer details in the sales demo in the UI. So we go here, Admin Center, and then we go to Reporting, and then we select New, we select Table, and then we select Recruiting V2 as a domain. Then we select the columns, select columns, and then we go to last offer detail. Here we can select either all the fields or only those that are relevant for our report. We click on Done, and then here we have the option to add a filter, and we can filter by the candidate for which we created the offer approval. So we go to last offer detail. We can select the last name of the candidate to filter down. We enter the last name of the candidate, we select it, click on Done, and here we see the preview of the report. This was the last topic for the training about offer. Thank you.